So let's talk about when Ashley Madison came into your life. Ashley Madison, for those of you listening that don't know what it is a website. Their tagline is "Life is short, have an affair." And it's basically for married people looking to have an extramarital affair. And that's where they find each other. So how did that come into your world, Sam? And how, talk about that experience for a little bit.
It came into my world through an ad while reading Yahoo News at work one night. I worked the night shift. It's pretty slow at times. The ad popped up on my computer and I was like, "Oh, that sounds interesting." I downloaded the app and started looking. I was already in this mindset of trying to search outside my marriage for something exciting or for something more of what I already had with Nia. I started to look
Mhm.
back, it's like Nia was giving me everything a man would ever want. But for some reason, I was just like trying to maybe look for more of that. That's how it came into my life. Just a stupid ad.
Right. And then we can skip forward to the big reason that the documentary was made. But basically, the website was hacked. There was no security within the website. And basically, everyone's secrets, for the most part that were on the site were revealed and your name was revealed. And can you explain to people why at that time in your life that was such a terrible time for that, obviously, to come out?
You want to answer a little bit?
Sure,
My
I
thoughts
can.
already.
I mean, well, we had just a couple weeks prior to the data breach, we had found out we were pregnant, made a video that went viral, and then very shortly after that, I miscarried, and that news kind of also went viral. But I mean, it was like people just automatically thought we had faked it all for views, and that the whole pregnancy setup was staged. So we were just kind of at this point in our channel and with our YouTube. Uh, sorry.
Yeah, we were in the limelight for a second time. We were at one of the biggest moments of our YouTube career. Like we were making headlines for me announcing the pregnancy, and then
Mhm.
we
Yeah,
were we
we
were already in the news when this happened. So the
Right.
timing of it was just kind of insane. And I think a lot of things would have turned out differently had we not been in the limelight.
Mhm.
Right. So, and at this point, you guys had quit your other jobs and you were solely doing this vlogging. Is that right?
Yeah, I quit. It was only like a few weeks or a couple weeks prior that I was able to quit my job. When that video went viral, it provided financially, subscribers came pouring in, our channel kind of got on the map,
Right.
and it afforded us to quit our job for me to quit.
Right. And so, for people that are listening that are not familiar with your vlog, can you explain what a vlog is, and also explain how you guys like the genre of what you do? It's a family oriented channel, correct? You talk about your daily life with your kids.
Right.
Yeah.
We got into it from the very beginning to display what it looks like for a family to live for the Lord. We just wanted to show us our church life, our inside struggles, how we raise our children as Christians. That was kind of our mission from the
Yeah.
beginning. But you can describe what vlogging is.
Yeah, I mean, we basically walked around with a camera like this facing us everywhere we went, just documenting what we were doing everywhere, cooking breakfast, going to the grocery store, going to pick up the kids from school, going on a date, doing my hair, doing my makeup, what's in my purse. I mean, there's just like, you name it. It was like, we're bringing the followers or, our audience along and showing them
We're just
what are
sharing,
we up to?
yeah, just
Right.
sharing our family with anybody interested in being a part of it.
Yeah.
And it was interesting. A lot of people were like, I don't have a family. And we actually had some a lot still grown people, like older people who have never had a family, and they really enjoy living through us vicariously.
Mhm.
Right. And do you think that's why you became so popular? People were just really connecting with you guys and believing, this authentic life and wanting to be part of it?
I don't know, honestly, because when we were in that space, there were so many vloggers that had been doing it for so long. And the
Mm.
fact that we just kind of came on the scene and found success right away was like mind-boggling. Like, what in the world? And when I look back on it, I really think that the Lord was just from day one, like, we're gonna get here and Sam's gonna come live in the light, but we got to get there first. And so it just kind of blows my mind because we weren't really doing anything differently than other people were, except for being bold about our faith.
Right.
That was new.
Um, Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just saying that was new on the vlogging scene. That we decided right from the get-go we were going to be outspoken Christians, and we had not seen anybody else doing that.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay. I got it. So it had the faith component that not a lot of others have, which I think is why or you tell me if you think it's why, but there was a lot of downfall or criticism when this Ashley Madison hat came out and your name was found on the list because people were basically like, how could this guy be, living this Christian life, this, this transparent life, and we see all these lies. I mean, do you follow, like, do you understand that that's why so many people, I guess, felt betrayed would be the word, especially because you had followers that really were invested in your family.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. There's a few viewers who have been like shocked and they're like, wow, I can't believe this. I'm unfollowing. But actually,
Mm.
there's been overwhelming support from our loyal, like foundational followers because they are Christians like us and they understand that we're all completely broken and none of it, there's always going to be something else that comes out about us. But but yes, to your question, I do understand why I guess there's a intensified amount of hate on us as Christians because, people love to jump on quote unquote the hypocritical Christian.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, but I do want to talk for a second. And I know this is a little uncomfortable, Sam, but like about the fact that it did take you a while to get to the point where you could be 100% truthful, right? And I think everyone can identify with that, that a little bit of the truth is going to come out. You admit to it, but you don't want to give the full truth away because you're so scared of the consequences. You're scared of losing your wife, let's say. You're scared of the shame that comes along with it, whatever it is for you. But I
Yeah.
think we all can identify with something like that where something has come out, you can go down the path of saying, okay, yes, and the admission there, but you don't want to admit the full truth. Can you like share how you came to the point where you were like, I have to get it all out. I have to have no skeletons in the closet because for people that, watch the documentary, which they will be after this, or if they haven't already, you find out that you do, make an apology and talk to your wife and make an apology to her and don't necessarily come clean about everything. And I just want to talk to you about how you got to the path where you did and how that affected you.
Sure. First of all, the documentary does not really cover that very well at all. It kind of
Mhm.
just happens all of a sudden. That's why it's important that we wrote our book because it was a long process and a very spiritual one. But let's see here. Sorry, let me figure out where I want to start.
Okay.
How did
I think she's saying like what made you go from the
Well,
Forgiven video to like confessing
yeah,
everything.
okay.
Hmm.
So when my name got identified in the breach, I decided right away I had to lie and downplay it as much as possible. The first lie was that Nia had already known about it. And I got her basically to do that with me, which is a huge regret of mine that I took her into my lies and led my wife into lying with me. That right there was the start of just like this twisting conviction in me. Then I posted the video. People call us liars and all that, whatever, bunch of new hate. And my insides are being twisted even more. I have a relationship with the Lord at this time, mind you. Like like I had put all this in my past 2 years prior. I had not done anything behind his back in terms of unfaithfulness since I deleted the Ashley Madison account. It's kind of interesting because that was the last thing I had done behind her
Mm.
back and the least of what I had done actually. And at that point, when Ashley Madison completely failed me, I deleted it. A month later, we found an amazing church, got into a community. A guy plugged himself into my life, started discipling me, helping me shape or helping me walk like Jesus walked. But I was still going to keep these secrets to my grave. But
Hmm.
fast forward to the breach. And then my brother sends a text out to the family. He says, "Why are you still lying, bro?" And I'm trying to tell Nia why he's saying that. Lying again in the car and all those convictions, all those added lies. I'm still weaving lies after how many years I've been since then?
Like close to 2 years. I mean,
2 years. I'm,
like
I'm still weaving lies, and there's this huge conflict within me. It's like I can't do this anymore. This is getting stupid. I did not mean to be lying after all this time.
Mm.
So I hop on the phone with my pastor, and I feel like God gave him this line to just live in truth, brother. And it
Mm.
hit me so hard, like hit every part of me. And no one had ever told me that before. Live in truth, that there is another way than lying. It's possible. For the first time, I felt it was possible to tell Nia everything. I never ever thought once before that point that it was even possible for me to tell Nia because I knew it was going to shatter her. And so
And
I get off the phone with him, and yeah, the rest I get in the car and I just start telling her everything. I was done with lying.